Hello journaling friends, welcome to my quiet and cozy little space. Today I'm doing my final video of my Japan stationery haul. I was in Japan in December, so it's taken me 6 months to get here. But I do have 4 other videos on my channel. The first one being my full stationery haul, so showing you each item that I picked up in Japan. The second and the third videos were swatching videos, where I was swatching stickers and washi tape. And then the fourth video was just kind of like organizing all of my new stickers into folders and whatnot. So today we have the last of my things that I would like to show and share with you, being watercolor sets and a fountain pen and ink. So I am very new to the whole world of watercolor and also fountain pens and inks. I decided at the end of last year that I'm really trying to make 2026 my year of doing things that I want to try but I'm a little bit scared of doing, and watercolor is definitely one of them. I cannot draw, I definitely cannot paint, but I'm just going to give it a go. It doesn't matter if I'm not good at it because I know that these things make more sense when you practice more. Anyway, so today I'm going to unbox and swatch my new goodies. So first of all, my one fountain pen that I bought is this Kakuna in a medium nib, and I do already have one. That's my first fountain pen purchase. Obviously, because I'm just starting out with fountain pens, I didn't want to go wild and buy too many and then not use them. So I figured I'll buy myself one more. I do love the Kakuna, the one that I'm already using, and I love anything transparent, so it made sense to get this one. And then I got a converter to pop some ink in, obviously. And the one ink I picked up is this Sailor in 237. It's obviously pink. I did look at the ink options for quite some time when I got this from Bunpodo in Tokyo, and I did want to pick up other inks as well, but I was like, you know what, let's just not go overboard because again, I'm very new to this. I have some ink bottles that a friend gifted me, which I haven't even opened yet, but this is my very first ink purchase. And then I got this watercolor set. So I had been looking online for a little portable, something I could sort of take with me when I go to cafes or for travels. And I saw this one pop up and I noticed that Travelers Company stock them. So when I was in Tokyo, I went to the Travelers Factory store at the Tokyo station and got this. I cannot wait to open this. Can you believe I've had this for 6 months and I still haven't opened it? Yeah, I know, me neither. Then I also got this from Bunpodo in Jimbocho, which is a watercolor stick set. When I first looked at this, because obviously now I have done a translation so I can see what's happening and what they're about, but initially I just picked the box up because I thought it looked super cute. And I did see on here that it had watercolor sticks in it. So when I was doing my Japan stationery haul showing all of the items, I commented that I didn't know what this was about and I thought that they were some kind of watercolor stick that goes inside the pen that's in the box. And a lovely viewer corrected me and said that they are actually crayons. So I guess that's what it means by watercolor sticks. They are crayons, but you can obviously add water to them for a different look or texture. So I'm going to have a play with those. There are 12 colors in there and I love this color set. There were, I think, 3 or 4 different sets of these different colors, but this sweet mix I really liked because they're kind of the pastel color look, which I love. So I will have a play with those. And then I picked up these brush pens as well, which you can add water to. I have already had a play with these quite a lot in my journal, but for now, I've left them in the box so I can do a little unboxing. But yeah, after today, they will just live with all my other pens, I imagine. So what should we do first? Oh my gosh, this is all very new to me, so I feel really nervous. I'm going to leave the pen tool last because that's the most scary for me. I haven't used a converter before or inked a pen because this one just came with a cartridge and I just popped it in. So we'll do that last. I think we'll do the watercolor sticks first. That seems like the least daunting. Why am I nervous, guys? It's so weird. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a couple of pages in my Hobonichi Cousin. I know I have a few spare pages here. Okay, so from what I can tell, there are 12 colours, and there is, as I said, a brush pen inside. And I think when I translated this, it says for blurring, for mixing colour, and I can't remember what that one was. Maybe that's just water. Anyway, let's dive in. Okay, oh, this is cute. Okay, so it's got a little container. Ah, okay. Oh, that's cute. And they can live in there. That is super cute. So just to show you the colours. Oh, I do like the pastel pink, blue and yellow. I'm just curious to see how dark that's going to come out. Or will it be super light? And the lilac purple as well. Cute. Oh, I love them. So anyway, let's just put them there for now. And obviously, oh yeah, I can smell the crayon smell. I also wonder whether I could just dip that in water. Anyway, we shall see. And then obviously the brush pen that comes with it. So I'm just going to go fill this up with some water. Be right back. Okay, she is full of water. And then we've got our little brush tip there. All right, so what I might do to start with is I'm just going to, do some little colour swatches with all the crayons, and then we'll add some water and see how they come out. Let's start with my faves. I'm a sucker for anything pastel. So I wonder if you can probably take the paper off. I'm assuming it's designed for that. The brown and grey will be last because they are my least out of these colours. Okay. Taking me back to my childhood. Sorry, I shouldn't be wobbling the desk too much because my camera will wobble. Sorry about that, guys. I tend to press quite hard when I'm writing or drawing, so this isn't going to be a problem for me. I think you definitely need to press a bit hard. Cute. Actually, I'm just gonna, how do I do this? Yeah, okay, I'll do 6 on this page. Sorry about the wobbles, guys. I can probably attach my phone camera a bit better, but it's literally just hovering over the top of my desk. Okay, yeah, that one got something under there. Got something stuck on another page. If this is too boring, please feel free to zoom ahead. I'm loving the crinkling of the paper here. Yeah, you do need to put quite a bit of pressure. I mean, they are crayons, so it makes sense. Can't remember the last time I even picked up a crayon. Cute. Actually, I wonder... No, I'll do... No, I'm going to use the spread because otherwise I was thinking I could do the other 6 here. But then I might want to have a play with the water. Actually, let's just try that. Just going to do a scribble kind of effect here. And then let's see what happens with the water. Okay. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that is fun. Yeah, actually, I will put the other colours on this side because I want to do some little lines and whatnot. Okay, I feel less nervous now, guys. I think it's also because I've spoken before about how I have this inclination to prolong, like when I've got something new, I don't like to rush in and open it and use it straight away. I don't know what it is. There's probably some psychological reason for this, but I like to sort of hold on to things and take my time with them. And obviously I've looked at this little box of crayons sitting on my little stationery cart trolley thing. And I've been thinking, you know, I really want to have a play with those, but yeah, as I said, I wanted to open them with you. So now that I've started drawing with them, playing with them, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, all this time I could have been using these in my journal. But that's okay. Still got 6 months of this. Yes, 6 months of this year to play with in my journal, so that's fine. Are my spots getting smaller? They are, aren't they? I need to be a bit more generous since I have so much room. And as I said, these will be my least favourites. Oh, actually, the grey's quite nice. Yeah, you do need to apply them quite liberally to get some colour in there. Actually, I don't mind the brown. That's not, I mean, it looks grey on the actual crayon. I mean, it says sand beige. Oh, okay. So it's not really grey. It's a beige, which makes sense now that it's on paper. Because, yeah, looking at it like that, it... Oh, does it look the same? Let me get closer to the camera. Yeah, see, this looks grey to me, but on paper it does look more beige. Okay, so that's where we're at. I weirdly or surprisingly love these colours. I thought I would be really attached to the pastels, but now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I mean, I love the pastel pink and blue. I'm picturing a whole spread featuring these two colours. These ones not as much as these. Surprising, because looking at them here, I didn't think they'd be my favourites. All right, so let's have a play with the water and all of them, just so we can get a feel for how they all respond and how the colour changes with the water. What do you have going on this weekend? Anything exciting? Anything chill? I caught up with my besties yesterday for long chinwags and cake. And aside from that, when I got up this morning, I was just very excited to be spending my day in my journal. But yeah, lovely to catch up with my besties as always. I was quite productive this morning. I actually hung some picture frames up. I've got some little prints that needed frames, so I've ordered the frames and they arrived during the week. So today I started sticking them on my wall in my lounge room, which included some prints that some of my pen pals have kindly and generously sent to me. So yeah, I finally sat down and ordered the frames for them, and now they're going up on my wall. So that's what my morning consisted of, as well as my morning walk and my slow coffee, my little workout, which I'm still doing every day, and then hanging out with you here. Oh, I'm really loving these, the orange and the red. As I mentioned earlier, I was not expecting to love them. I'm going to make it my mission to get the sand beige and the brown into my journal in some capacity. What's the brown one called? Cafe au lait? Is that the correct way to pronounce it? Oh, it's very chocolatey. Oh, the sun's just coming out. Okay, let's give the water a go. Sorry, my stomach is grumbling because I always sit down to make these videos around lunchtime. And then as I'm sitting here, I just feel myself getting hungrier and hungrier. Oh, the yellow is delightful. I'm probably going to end up mixing some of these colours because I'm not like really cleaning the brush as much as I probably should be, sorry. Oh, I cannot wait to use these now. How have I been sitting on these for 6 months? See, this is the thing. If I'd opened this in January when I got home, my excitement and novelty of them would have been diminished by now, whereas today I am very excited. So it's kind of like a, as I've mentioned before, delayed gratification, delayed excitement. Okay, these are way more fun than I was expecting. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to use these in my journal now. You'll be seeing them a lot more in my July onward flip throughs. Oops, got a bit of yellow in there, or orange rather. I mean, that's cute too. Actually, that's what I should do, mix some of the colours as well. I knew I left more room for some reason. Oh, I'm so excited. Definitely need to get some water to clean my brush. Oh no, it's cleaning now. And that's just with me wiping it onto a paper towel. It's clean. Oh my goodness. So yeah, surprisingly, I do love the pastels, but I'm really liking the richer colours. All right, shall we mix some colours? She's getting adventurous now. See, I had nothing to be scared about, did I? Okay, how do we do this? Oh, you know what? I've got them on the wrong side. That's why I'm confused. Just going to move them. Sorry. Okay, that makes more sense now. I'm going to mix the pink with that colour. Let's try that. What can we do? Something a little bit more exciting than just scribbles. Ah, no, you know what? Let's keep it simple. I don't know if this is the way to do this, but we will find out. Okay. Yes, no? Maybe they're a bit too light. Let's try darker colours. Let's do the orange and the red. Sorry, salmon pink and apricot. Again, sorry if my camera's wobbling. Interesting. Okay, let's mix some, let's do something really different. Let's do blue. With the, what was this, on sand beige. If I had have thought about this a little bit more, I probably could have done like a drawing of some sort. Probably need a bit more water in that. Okay, that is going kind of grey, grey blue. Okay. Well, the brush is very easy to clean, just with a few wipes on a paper towel. How about this pastel yellow with, maybe we'll go that turquoise colour. No, the orange. Let's go the orange, considering they are similar hues. You can definitely be quite heavy-handed with them without them. Yeah, they take. I think they take a bit of pressure. As I mentioned before, I am very heavy-handed with things, so I need to remind myself sometimes to go easy. Well, I think that's given us some kind of an idea on what everything looks like. Oh, the other thing I was thinking that, yes, you can probably dip the end in to water. Do I want to peel that off? I'll tear a bit off so we can have a play. Let me just, oh, I wonder if I could put water in that. Actually, no, I have a little water cup. Be right back. Okay, so regarding the mixing of the colours, I'm thinking it would be pretty cool to, you know, if you were to draw something with all the different colours and then blend in the colours into one another. I'm not going to do that now because I need a lot more time to think about what I would draw. I'm just not that creative, but I will give that a go in my journal at some point. I don't know if this is going to work, but, oh, yes, it does. Oh, wow. Probably should have done it here. Oh, okay. All right. Unlocked a whole other thing here. Oh my gosh, I love it. Do I even need to take the paper off? Maybe not. Oh, that is surprising. I did not know it was going to look that good. Oops, dropping water everywhere. Probably don't need to be so heavy-handed with once the crayon's actually wet compared to when I was like just trying to draw with them. Actually, what I'm going to do is try and... No, it needs to be flat. Oh, I love that. So that's probably even easier than using a brush pen. Yeah, I love how the crayon kind of, can't really explain it. It doesn't leave little crayon remnants, but it almost does when you just wet it directly like that. Oh my gosh, I love this. Just the texture of it with the dabbing. I'm definitely going to be having a lot of fun with this. Even look at my paper towel. Do I want to stick that into my journal? Yes, I do. I probably won't though. Let's not get too silly. A whole other method unlocked. Love it. Have I done them all in some, either with a brush or on their own? Yes, I have. What do we think? I am so excited to have a play with these. Okay, I definitely still like the pastel colours. I mean, as they are the crayons themselves, love. On paper, I still do love them, especially the pink and blue, but I'm really drawn to these brighter, richer colours over here. This purple kind of colour and the red and orange. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. Wait, what are those colours? That one is lilac, so purple, and I forget, this was pink. Oh, salmon pink and apricot. So there we have it. What do you think? I love them. I cannot wait to have a play. If you've seen any of the pages in my journal, you'll know that I pretty much like to, not always, but usually cover my pages with lots of colour. And sometimes I'm a bit lost as to how to get that look, you know, where the whole page is colourful without just sticker bombing it or using all my washi tapes. So now I have these crayons, these watercolour sticks. This just opens up a whole other way for me to add more colour into my journal. I love them. Okay, so that's the Sweet Mix 12 watercolour sticks and the brush pen for 1,782 yen, so about 17 Australian dollars roughly, I think. And I got this from Bunpodo in Jimbocho in Tokyo. So if you're going to Tokyo at any stage and you haven't checked out Bunpodo, highly recommend. It is such a cool shop. I think there's like 3 floors of stationery goodies and gifts. Yep, very cool. Anyway, that's the first lot of swatching. That wasn't as scary as I thought, guys. Thanks for joining me. One more look over the colours now that it's drying, now that they're drying. Can you see like the texture of that? I love it. I love them so much. I cannot wait to have a play. So cool. What do you think? let me know. All right, what do we do next? I'm going to pop these back into the little container. I feel like you could totally take the paper off, but I don't know. I'm inclined to leave the paper on for now. Maybe later. Cute little container though. I mean, I think I'm just going to sit that on my cart, on my little trolley, stationery trolley like that. And then I guess you could take these when you travel. Super cute. Love. Okay. First thing off the list. All right, so next I'm going to have a play with these brush pens. As I said, I have used these in my journal already, but let's have a play with them. I probably should let this dry a little bit more, but you know what? It's fine. All right, we'll just use this spread to do the brush pens. So these did have different color sets, and I grabbed this because, you know, pink and red in there, and I do love that beige kind of color. So again, you can use these to just draw as, you know, markers, and then you can also add water and paint with them as well. So if I was amazing at drawing, I would probably draw you a little masterpiece right now using these, but I'm just going to swatch them because, as I've mentioned, I cannot draw. Okay, let's start with the darkest one. This one ends up looking quite surprising, I think. It's almost a little bit fluoro. This one is very light. I've been practicing drawing shapes because, as you can tell, when I start doing straight lines, they're always a bit squiggly. They get better as I go. But yeah, I've been practicing drawing shapes, which doesn't sound very exciting, but it's actually quite cathartic. Like the other night I was sitting on the couch and with my journal and yeah, just drawing some shapes with different different pens and markers, and yeah, I kind of got into a flow state doing it. Never straight, but that's okay, straight's boring. So those are the colours. I did look what the colour names were in Japanese, or in English rather, because they've got them here, but I can't remember what they are now. So we've got kind of like a deep red, a pink, a very light beige colour, and then kind of like a, oh, what is the name of that colour? It's on the tip of my tongue. And then, yeah, kind of like a turquoise. All right, let's get some water on them. Plane flying overhead. It's very noisy here today. I keep hearing traffic, planes, birds, which I don't mind the birds. I don't mind the planes either, because I'm like excited for whoever is off on their next adventure. Or coming home, who knows? It's interesting. I think, I don't know if this would be, these would be better using an actual, oh, actually no, it probably wouldn't matter. Oh, I could just dip that in there. I was just thinking more like a brush dipped in water, but I guess I could do that with this. Slow strokes. I always go in real heavy-handed. I've just got to remember sometimes to take it easy. Just like, oh, there we go. Squeeze some water out. Oh, these are fun. Okay. Let's try one more thing. I'm actually going to take them down here so I've got more room. Then I'm thinking if I squeeze more water on it. Oops, it's hard to squeeze. Oh no, I forgot to clean my brush, didn't I? They do dry quite quickly, I've noticed. Like if I get the water on there immediately, will it? That one's a very light one. I need to clean this brush out a bit more. This is so much fun, guys. I don't know why I was holding off or like felt nervous. The things we tell ourselves, honestly, sometimes. I mean, it is partly because I didn't want to rush into using them. That one's very light. But, and as I said, I have sort of played with these a little bit in my journal. But not to the extent that I want to, because I didn't want to use them too much. I wanted to do this swatching first. Loving this. Just trying to get the hang of squeezing this brush. Okay, there we go. I'm definitely going to have more of a play with using them with water. I have used all of the colours as the actual marker in my journal with a little bit of a dabble with the water, but yeah, now I definitely feel like I want to play more with that. Love. Definitely want to have more of a play with them. Okay, what next? Oh, do we get onto the watercolour? Okay, are we ready? I'm so nervous, guys. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to put this away so that the paper dries, and then that'll give me time to unbox the watercolour. Let's get started on this watercolour set. So this is a Winsor Newton Cotman Watercolor set. It's got 14 colours, and I believe this is a beginner or student grade watercolour set, which is perfect for me because I am definitely very much a beginner. Now, before I forget, if you have any tips or tricks for me in terms of, you know, how to get stuck into watercolor more, or anything that you see that I'm doing here where you might have tips to teach me something, a thing or two about watercolor, please do. Do not feel as though the advice would be unsolicited, because I welcome any advice. The box is super cute. Fits into my hand. Definitely small enough, compact enough to take on travels. It's light. You could easily take this in your bag, you know, like a handbag even. And then it's got its own little brush. And 12 colours. So I'm going to open these up. Oh. It's got little, what's that say? Permanence A, pigment PV19, light fastness, and then something in French. All right. I may speed this part up, or you could fast forward if you don't want to watch this bit. Oh, I'm excited. So excited, guys. Look at that. That's so exciting. Oops. Oh, cute. Oh, I'm so excited now. See, if I had have done this in January when I got home, I wouldn't be having this excitedness right now. Permanence A, pigment PR179. Definitely going to be sticking these in my journal. Of course. If you know, you know. Junk journal peeps will know. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I probably should have flipped these out before I stuck the other ones in. Oh, that was easy. I cannot tell you how excited I am right now. Oh, it actually has the colour on the side. Cad red hue. Should have checked the other ones before I put them in. Permanence A. I'm sure the watercolour professionals, people who are familiar with watercolour, would know what that means. Who knows, a year from now I might have a better idea of what I'm doing right now, what I'm doing here. That one says yellow. Oh my goodness. I'm like excited and I want to rush, but I'm also like, just slow down. Ooh. What was this one? This was the green. Viridian hue, I think it says. I don't have the best eyesight and the writing's really small. Oh, this one's very bright. Cobalt blue.
compare the colours actually look pretty similar between these two. This one is ultramarine. Ultramarine. It's like Christmas, guys. So do you dabble in watercolour paint at all? Tell me. Give me your #1 best tip for starting out with watercolour. Purple Lake. Cute. Cute name. Okay, now this one does look a little bit different, as in looks darker in the paint, which makes sense because I guess once I prime them and obviously put them on paper, the colour will look more true. This one is yellow. Oh, I don't remember how to pronounce OCHRE. Ochre? No, that's not right, is it? Burnt sienna. I'm assuming that's just, is that black? Sepia. And white. I don't know, I've been watching some YouTube videos of, you know, people talking about how to use watercolour for a beginner like me. Chinese white. And I get the impression you don't really need black and white. But anyway. Oops. There we go. All right, let's prime them and get painting. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm definitely going to be sticking these into my journal because, like, look at all the little colour strips. Oh, I might even, do I put the little colours, cut them out and put them next to my swatches? That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Anyway, I can do that later. Otherwise, this video is going to be 2 hours long. Okay, do I use the new brush? Why not, since it comes with it? Be right back. Okay, so from what I have seen online, because obviously this is my first time at actually having a watercolor set. From what I could find out online is you need to prime the paint to start with. So I think I can just put a little droplet. I hope I'm doing this right. All right, I think I'm doing this right. Please don't yell at me if I'm stuffing this up, guys. Oh no. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, well, if I'm doing it wrong, it doesn't matter. All right, I'm getting there. Oh, don't know about this brush. I feel like the other one. Oh no, it's fine. All right. Okay, now we've got some droplets happening. Okay, so let's get my diary back. So all of the brush pen swatches have dried as much as they can. Oh, I forgot to check actually. Oh, hang on, let's check. The crayons definitely didn't bleed through. No, not at all. But the brush pens did. So hang on. Oh yeah, that was where I added water. So even the actual, just using the marker as is, you can see it coming through a bit there, but
where I've added water has definitely bled through. I mean, I don't hate that because I am all for crinkly paper when it comes to my journal. All right, I won't use this one because obviously that's going to affect my swatching. Let's hope I don't have anything too exciting to write about on the 15th and 16th of July. Doesn't matter. I don't mind. Sometimes I will actually use other pages and just date it accordingly. But yeah, interesting at how much that bled through. Okay. All right, let's do this, she says nervously. Oh my gosh, I've still got my fountain pen and the ink to go. I'm doing so many new things today, guys. Thank you. Ooh. Interesting. How have I not dabbled in watercolor before? Hang on, let me get a clean paper towel. Okay, I'm getting the hang of using this pen now. I need to go bigger strokes. New hobby unlocked, guys. I am already absolutely loving this. Just got to remember to clean my brush properly so I don't mix colours. I'm actually a little bit lost for words because I'm just realising how much fun this is, and I'm just swatching, playing with colour. How much fun is it going to be when I start actually attempting to draw or paint? Oh, sorry, I let out a little bit too much water on that one. I'm not sure how it's going to feel using an actual brush though. I definitely feel like this brush pen would be ideal for travels on the go because obviously it sits in the container. These colours are delightful. But I feel like at home I'm probably going to be more inclined to use a brush. I do have a couple of brushes, I just need to have a play. It doesn't take long to actually clean the brush, even though like it still looks green on the end, but on the paper towel it's running clear. Probably need a bit more water on that one. I don't know if I'm doing this right in terms of like priming the paint. I did watch a couple of YouTube videos to see how it's done, and I think it's right. You know, when I finish this video, I will be 100% be playing with these paints. I need a bit more on that one. Let's get a bit of water in there to see what it looks like. Fascinating. Oops. Need a bit more paint on that one, I think. got too excited with the water. Ooh. It suddenly just got very bright. The sun's come out from behind the clouds. Obviously the white's not going to really show much on here. You can still see it, just. I feel like I would want to have fun with the white. All right, so this is what we have so far. I am so in love with these colours and I can't wait to have a play with the paint now. Why have I waited so long, guys? I don't think I'm going to do much else with these because I'm not going to try and attempt to blend colours or mix them. I just wanted to swatch them. I think later on what I'm going to do is write down the colour names next to them. But for now, that's it. Oh my gosh. Which one is your favourite colour? I think my favourite. Actually, we need more of that. I started off too cautious at the top, didn't I? Let's get a little bit more in there. There we go. Pop a bit of water down. Okay, so my understanding is from the videos that I've watched that these little trays at the back are for either mixing colours and or priming. No, because priming is putting the water on like I did, or I noticed some people use a little spray bottle, but I was quite happy with just using the brush to put a little drop of water on there to prime the paint. So these must be for mixing, I think. Anyway, I love this set. I'm really happy with it. I think I would definitely be taking this on my travels later on when I'm using watercolour more. But after today, I definitely am going to use this set in my journal for sure. These colours are gorgeous. One last look. So yeah, later on I'll go and write down the names of the colours next to them. I'm not going to do it now while the paint's still wet because I would definitely smudge them or get them all over my hands. So after using the brush, I have noticed that, I don't know if you can see there, the brush tip there is a little bit coloured from the, I think it's the green and maybe that pink. But when I use it on the paper towel, like the water's running clear, so that's fine. So I'm obviously going to have to empty that, and then that can live in here. So that is the Winsor Newton Cotman colour. I do have these in my storefront, so I will pop the link in the description if you're interested. But yeah, I did pick this one up in Japan. So that's that. Now on to my fountain pen and ink. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm obviously just going to put this aside to dry because I'm going to have to swatch my ink. Okay, we are on to my fountain pen and my ink. So this is a medium nib, as I mentioned, the same as my other Kakuna. Look at the little face on the nib. It's so cute. I read that this is kind of like an entry-level beginner, you know, someone new to using fountain pens. And I think even maybe students or young kids might start off with this particular pen. I'm okay with that. I am definitely a beginner. So fresh out the box, we have the pen itself. Again, I'm just a sucker for anything transparent. I don't know if you can see the, oh, the nib's got a little pokey tongue. Can you see that? Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Can you See that at all? Oh my goodness. Sorry, it's reflecting from my window. There we go. How cute is that? Little pokey out tongue. Because my other one doesn't have that. It's just got smiley face. And then the cap. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm just here for the transparent bit. I love it. Okay. And then in the box, you also get a little pamphlet. Got some instructions in Japanese, but it would be easy enough to use translator app to translate that. The little face is just so cute. Oh yeah, it does have instructions here on how to use the converter. I have already watched a YouTube video multiple times on how to do that because this is my first attempt. It looks easy enough, but let's see if I can do it. Okay. So there's that, and then you get an ink cartridge with black ink. So I'm going to keep this one for my other Kakuna pen because that black ink is, the cartridge has run dry. So I will use that one for that one. And then we've obviously got my ink. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to ink my pen, and then I'll do a swatch of the ink. I bought a little, what are these called? Pipette. I'm going to swatch a bit of the ink on the paper, and then I'll also use the pen with the ink in it. So I'm going to ink it, and I will be right back. Okay, my pen is inked. Not as scary as I thought it would be, although I did get ink all over me, which is to be expected. I was actually going to put gloves on, but then I was like, it doesn't matter if I get ink on me. So it's not as full as I would like it to be, but I know there is a method to getting more ink in there, but I just didn't want to muck around with it too much because I just wanted to get it inked so I could do my little swatch. So what I'm going to do is, do I use this page? Yeah, you know what? We can just do it at the bottom here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Now I'm nervous. Oh, I'm nervous about this because I don't want to get ink everywhere. And also I'm wearing a white jumper. Let's just keep that there. Okay, just got myself another cloth because I know this is going to end up messy. Okay, that's not as scary as I thought it would be. Oh, actually, what I'll do is I think I can use the back of that to... Cute. Oh, she's nice. I'm definitely going to be writing with this. Oh, that's definitely way too much. I'm sorry if this is painful to watch. Love it. Okay, I'm just going to put that lid back on because I'm nervous about knocking that over. And then let's get the pen. Oh no, how am I going to write there now? I'm going to get it all over my hand. Didn't think about that, did I? Let's just write it here. What was this? Sailor. Ink. 2, 3, 7. Okay, it's much lighter straight out the pen, but I absolutely love it. That is beautiful. I definitely put too much ink on the paper on that second lot, but that's okay. Yep. Okay, my first swatching of ink was scary, but I did it, and that's definitely a lot of ink. I feel like I've wasted a lot there, but that's okay. Got a full, what is that, 20 ml bottle? Is that 20 ml? I don't know. Anyway, what do we think? Definitely need to learn to get more ink in that cartridge, but that's okay. In the converter rather. Oh, that's going to be very crinkly. Oh, I can't turn it over yet. It's way too wet. There's way too much ink there. But that's okay. I had fun with it. There we go. So we've got my very first ink purchase. I'm so excited. I love how the pink looks in the pen. Can you see? You can't really. Oh, sorry, the ink rather, not the pink. Yeah, I need to get that converter a little bit more full, but that's okay. Any tips would be welcome. I swatched my Cotman watercolor set. Oh, look at that. How it's drying there, that looks good. Oh, it's still wet. You can see the paint moving around. And also my, I don't want to lay that down because it'll stick, brush pens, and also my watercolor sticks. That was fun. Just going to leave this out to dry now, and I will definitely be getting stuck into my paints, actually all of them, everything from today. I can't wait to use my fountain pen. I'm so excited. I've actually got a little bit of writing to do today. There's some journal entries that I really want to get done. So I'm definitely going to be trying out my new Kakuna with my Sailor 237 ink, and I'll see how she goes when I write a full page with it. Those watercolor paint colors are beautiful. I love them all. And that ink, look at that. Yeah, sorry, a little bit too much ink there. That's still really wet. Look, it's going to dribble. That's okay. Love it. That was so fun. And now I definitely need to be as nervous as I was. So yeah, this will begin hopefully a fun and creative adventure for me with watercolor, and I cannot wait to get started on having a play in my journal with them. Okay, I paused the video for a bit so I could let, first of all, the ink dry, because I had a pool of ink sitting there. Obviously I'd put too much down. And also I was originally going to write the names of the colours in for the paint swatches, but I decided to instead stick down the little colour labels, which I think look really cute. And also, as I was doing this, I got to the bottom, to the black one, and then I got to the white one, and I realised I had initially swatched the ink on top of the white paint that I'd swatched previously, hence why the ink looked weird in that spot. Doesn't matter, I did another one there anyway. So yeah, all of the paint colours with the little labels next to them, except for the white, because I had a moment where I forgot the white even existed. It's because it like merged into the paper, which is fine. And my gorgeous Sailor ink. I cannot wait to write with my new pen. I've actually got a couple of pages that I need to fill in for June, and they have quite a bit of writing entailed. So I'm going to use my new Kakuna pen with my new Sailor ink 237. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. That was so much fun. I was very nervous, as I mentioned before. It wasn't so much, well, it was partly about videoing swatching these things, but it was more about doing new things, you know, not knowing what that would look like or feel like. So yeah, I did it, guys. I swatched my first ever watercolor set, and I inked my first pen, well, sorry, my second pen, but I inked a pen with my first ink that I purchased. So that's fun. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what these look like now that they've dried. So there's the watercolor sticks, cute. And the brush pens, also cute. They're fully dried now. And then of course the watercolor and my ink. I'm so happy with everything, all of them. I can't even, well, I probably can pick a favorite, but I can't wait to use all of them. So thanks again. Let me know in the comments, what did you like the most out of everything that I shared today? And also, if you are into watercolor and or fountain pens, let me know your #1 tip or trick for a beginner like me to get started. Yeah, I would appreciate that. Any tips are welcome. Okay, thanks again, guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.